The G.I. Joe Classified series Haslab Snowcat plowed through its funding goal, but is the snow starting to melt on crowdfund excitement? Masterverse Wave 18 has also officially gone up for pre-order, and we have all the details, plus we round out this week's toy news right now on Toy Habits Live.
And before we go live, smash that like button, turn on notifications, and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss a beat.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Toy Habits. I'm Michael.
And I'm the Toy Sorceress, and you're watching Toy Habits Live. How's it going, Michael?
I am good. It's been a great week for crowdfunds, so I'm super excited to talk about all the crowdfunds, and especially to talk about it with you, because this is the first time we get to catch up this week.
I know, and the first time we get to catch up since Snowcat, the Snowcat funded this morning. So I'm so excited about that. That's awesome.
Oh, I bet. No, I'm excited for you. That's awesome.
Yeah, so super excited that funded. Totally want to talk about all these crowdfunds because I think we have way too many things happening all at the same time. They're after our money and our space. And how do we all keep up as collectors? And that's what we're going to talk about today.
Yes. It's exciting. Yeah, and we definitely want to hear from the chat. So when we get into those discussions, would love to hear your opinions. You know, we already have some opinions going off, and Nino Biz says Toy Habits need to take a poll so we know who will back the snake lair but hasn't. Yeah.
We absolutely should ask that.
You know, right?
Yeah, so I can't wait to dive into the news. Do you have fun plans for this weekend before we start getting down to business?
I do. Yeah, it's my wife and I's anniversary, so that is
happy
tomorrow.
Anniversary.
Thank you.
Fun.
Yeah, and then my daughter is actually singing at the Napa County Fair tomorrow, so we're just gonna head over to the fair and do that. And let's see, I did find a I fell into the LJN rubber toy wrestling rabbit hole thanks to you, and also just looking at the stuff in the Mattel booth at SDCC. I was like, these are cool and I want them back, and so actually did change up my shelf behind me. And then but there's this guy on Facebook Marketplace who's selling wrestling ring and a bunch of figures, so I'm gonna go see him on Sunday and see what he's got. What about you?
If there's some you're not interested in, and then maybe like he wants, just shoot me some photos and
okay,
maybe I'll help bundle your deal with you.
Oh, there we go. I love that. What about you?
I actually have a very fun toy show tomorrow. I am going with my hubby and meeting the Baroness and her family, hosted by Toy Depot, and it's called Geeking Out. It should be a lot of fun. They do it twice a year. It's a pretty big toy show, and it's getting bigger every time they have it. So I'm actually really looking forward to that. And then Sunday, I am going to veg out and just hang out at the pool. Yay! Because I had a long work week.
Yeah, that pool is awesome. I've had the pleasure of swimming in it and getting to know your Froggy on an intimate level. And
yeah, Froggy is quite the companion. I actually just came from the pool like about an hour ago, and I'm just like, just flop down and relax.
Yeah,
I was like, oh god, I gotta get up and get ready for the show. But it's great because now I'm like chill. I relaxed from my whole work day, my whole work week. I had to be out at the construction site a couple of days this week. That was interesting. Yeah, and it was really hot.
Yeah,
really hot out. But I'm glad that's all over because now we get to talk toys and we get to hang out with all you guys, which is what we look forward to every week. So why don't we go ahead and say hi to our crew and check in with the chat and say hello to the chat and see who's here.
Yeah, sounds good. Yes, and thank you, crew, for all the support and just everybody in the chat. You make this so much fun every week. So thank you so much for tuning in and just supporting us in general.
Absolutely. And I am actually going to put on my glasses because I'm tired of squinting. And I know this is what makes it so much easier. So you guys are gonna have to get used to me in my reading glasses because
you look great. So don't worry about that.
Harder to read the screens. So There we go. We got Video Power Gaming joining us. Right hand of Skeletor is here. We got crew member Robert Alessandrini. We have crew member Wookie Sasquatch. We have crew member Joshua Robbins joining us. Stephen Komarak is here. We have crew member Carnage 717. How is it going, Carnage? And it is indeed Toy Habits time. We have, oops, I just skipped down because I clicked on something. My apologies. Sorry, I'm just going to scroll back up. Here we go. We got Mo2D here, Kevin Florence. We got crew member Rob 2023. How is it going, Rob? And hello to Mom. We have crew member Everlost joining us as well. I said hi to Joshua. Will with 1L is here. Crew member Stephen M is joining us. We got crew member Paul Morales here. We have Toy Monkey Customs joining us as well. Crew member Ryan Cole is here. Crew member Frankie Rivera is in the house. How is it going, Frankie? Good to see you. And Frank Pryor is here too. We have Extra Creepy. We have Nunya Biz joining us as well. We got Paul Galliano. Good to see you, Paul. We got to meet Paul again and hang out a little SDCC. It was very fun to see you there.
Yeah, actually, I bought this shirt with him in the Hasbro booth 2 years ago, so it's a special day. Awesome. I wanted to wear my GI Joe shirt for the Haslab funding.
That's awesome. I'm wearing a Super 7 Thundercats shirt. We're representing. That's awesome. And we did not coordinate the hats today.
That's right. I don't wear one.
Like, no, it's good. I only do this because it's just like doing my hair is just a lot of work. Guys are easier.
Struggle is real.
We got Hella Geek here as well. A big congratulations to Black Phoenix 77 for being a crew member for 10 months. That is freaking awesome. Congratulations. We have crew member, the Retro Toy Princess is joining us. It is the one and only Allison Troy. Good to see you, Allison. We have Matt Bush here. Keep up the great work with all the reporting you do on those. Does Matt do those charts? No, that's Brian Brink. I'm sorry, Matt. I know you're friends with Jay. I just screwed up. Never mind. We got Mint with Card, awesome crew member here as well. We got Kenner Vader, and I realized I was screwing that up as I was talking about it. So sorry, Matt. Justin Mohan here. We have X Dare 3D 3 Daredevil. Okay, thank you. Yep. Chaz the Guru is joining us as well. And I think I got everybody. Oh, here's another hard one. I'll let you do that one, Michael.
Shrek 1178.
Okay.
Yeah, the three. Sometimes people put threes backwards as E's.
There you go.
Yeah.
Joey Kirel is here as well. And I think I said hi to everybody. And now that I thoroughly screwed that up, how's everyone doing today?
You're all good. Like I'm so grateful that you do that because I have the memory of a goldfish. And so I would be repeating everybody or just like forgetting to
No worries. Well, I already screwed up with Matt Bush and
it's all
mixed him up with Brian Brink. So my brain is mush on Fridays. Anyway. So we're going to be talking Masterverse Wave 18, and then we have a whole conversation about crowdfunding. But let's get this out of the way because these just dropped today.
Yes, they dropped today. So interestingly enough, we found these links thanks to El Cafre Geek. His name is Fidel on Instagram. He sent this to us, I think, in April or actually late March, and people were actually able to order this back in April, and then Amazon figured out a way to hide these listings until they went up to pre-order again. And so it's funny because I checked these listings every day, and they were like, it was really early in the morning, and I was like, oh my gosh, they're actually up for pre-order. And then I checked Entertainment Earth's Drop Zone, and they had a Mattel drop at 9 a.m. So I was like, okay, this is time for these guys. So
yeah, and funny enough, they have Hordak and CobraCon in stock at Entertainment Earth. Hot off the truck, ready to ship, not a pre-order. You can get it right away. So if you want the two guys and you don't want to wait, order from EE.
Yeah, we have all the links, even the Walmart links too. And I don't think Walmart ever has anything in stock, but you can look at the pretty pictures over there. But I think Big Bad Toy Store also has Hordak in stock too. So it's like, I think you can piece together buying Hordak and CobraCon. Tila, I don't know about if they're if she's in stock anymore, because she sold out pretty quickly on Entertainment Earth.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Because I wonder if it was if she's available on their case pack.
Yes, I believe she is. Yeah. Yeah. But I hate their cases because they come in cases of 4, and so you get an extra figure with their case packs when they do it that way. Well, I learned that the hard way when I ordered a Masterverse wave and I wasn't paying attention. I got two Flying Fist He-Mans, and I was like, oh, great.
Like, what are you gonna do with that?
Yeah.
That's the same thing with there's a 89 Batman from Spin Master that I found last night that's with the Batmobile, but right now it's only on Entertainment Earth and it's a 3-pack. Why the hell do you need 3 of these? And then if you find a buddy to split it with, that's only 2.
Right. I saw that. I was like, good Lord, like, what is going on?
Yeah. I know, and they're pretty inexpensive. They're running about $30 a set. So that's
crazy.
Really cheap.
Yes.
It's nice, but like, now you got to figure out what to do with 2 extras or.
Yeah. Yeah. Give them to your friends, whatever.
Yeah. Holiday gifts.
But yeah. So interestingly enough, if you ordered these way back when in April, and then when Amazon hid the listings, they also hid in your order summary. So if you remember placing an order back in April, your order is still there. It's actually it'll show up again today. So that's good. You were ahead of the game, and guess what? They were $1 cheaper back in April than they are today. So they were 22 something, and now they're 23 something. So hey, you got a deal.
A couple bucks. I ordered mine on Entertainment Earth because I really wanted CobraCon, and
he's awesome. Yeah,
he is awesome. I did see, I think, the Man-Child's review like a week or 2 ago, and he looks great. And then he comes with the little hood. You can take his little chest piece off and switch it so it's like the plain one, so he looks like the vintage CobraCon, or you can put on the little Snake Man logo on his chest.
Yeah.
So he's really nice looking, and you can change out his hands for claws or regular hands.
I love that too. And like his chest plate is removable too, which I just found by looking. It's so weird. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It just has like the plain chest plate or the little Snake Man logo.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Which is really cool. So you can decide how you want to display it. Yeah, there it is.
All the details.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's a great figure, and I think his jaw is also articulated.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So freaking cool. Yeah, it's comes with a cool spitting effect. Yeah, it's neat. It's neat they finally released all the official images. It's got some cool texturing on them too. Which is cool.
And you know what's funny? Like when we first got the first images of CobraCon, he looked a little funny. Remember in them, and we were all kind of like, but. Now we see, much better images. But then when I saw the actual figure in hand in the Man-Child's review, I was like, this figure is really nice. He turned out great. He really turned out great. So
yeah, the figure that is strange is I want to plus in somebody's comment.
I saw that
Joshua's Tila's face looks really weird. Yeah, so sure. I don't know what happened with when they were painting the eyes, they are not centered, and so they're up a little bit, and so it just makes them look very off.
Like they're very light too, the pupils. Mm-hmm. So it just makes her face look a little strange. I passed on ordering her because of her face.
Yeah,
I wanted to get her, but.
Yeah, I mean her armor and snake staff look great. I'm sure she's headed for the vintage collection too. So maybe they'll do some.
I'll wait. I'll wait. Right? I'm gonna get V2 or V3. Yeah. We've already. This is the second Tila. So
and for a new Eternia figure, like she looks more like a standard Tila to me. Mm-hmm. I like her headdress is a little more zhuzhed. But this could very well be like the really like basic building blocks for that vintage collection figure.
Absolutely. So I'll leave a spot for her later.
Yeah, Giraffe says, remember when we're getting sick of Snake Men and now we're drooling over CobraCon?
We're sick of Snake Men for Origins, but for Masterverse we're hungry for them because we haven't gotten any.
Yeah,
I guess I say that, and I've got like this whole, well, this is the Fright Zone, so that's hordes next to me. But there's
and also, kudos to Giraffe. He got called out in the Snake Lair live stream for asking a question or making a comment. I forget.
Giraffe and Mr. Home Arcade, and I was going to point that out when we got to that subject. But Giraffe, congratulations! I was like, you know what's weird, and this is going to be a really cute story. When I watched that, I was like, oh, it's one of our crew, and I felt so proud. Like proud of Giraffe, and I was like, oh, it's like because you guys are like family, right? So it's like it was like one of our crew members, and I felt so happy, like like our gang was like being represented. So
I love
congrats, Giraffe. That was great.
I love it, and she actually did a good job pronouncing his name too.
I know, I love that. It was great.
That's awesome. Oh yeah, Juan Panic said he couldn't use the Toy Habits code on Entertainment Earth because they discontinued that, right? So
there's no vanity codes anymore on Entertainment Earth. Like everybody's code is gone. But you can still use our links. I think, I don't know if there's any like discount things that are associated, but if you lose our links, at least you help us to keep the channel going and support us. But unfortunately, and I don't know if that was a business decision for Entertainment Earth, maybe to help mitigate with some of the tariff costs and stuff, but all the vanity codes are gone, and then the in-stock discounts are gone too. I think they sometimes give like a one-time 10% off for whatever promotion they do, but they don't have that running discount anymore, unfortunately.
That sucks. But so also with Tila's buck, this does make the Green Goddess a reality too as well. So we saw her Revelation version or Revolution version, but we need a proper goddess as well. Miss Allison Troy, the Retro Toy Princess, think they're doing a 2000X in Origins, Cobra Khan, King Hiss, General Rattler, Tongue Lasher, and all favorite Snake Men will be back in Origins all over again. That's right.
Joshua Robin says that he agrees that if it wasn't for her face, he would have bought her. No, I totally agree.
Poor thing. But speaking of Tongue Lasher, it's funny. I'd written up this article, and Allison and I were talking about this too, because she's like, "Hey, Tongue Lasher's trademark got renewed," and I was like, "Yeah, that makes sense because he was just featured on Cobra Khan's box art. So hopefully they're doing more Snake Men in Masterverse."
Oh, I stop this thing.
Yeah.
Hello. He's like, did somebody call my name?
Yeah.
No, he would be super cool. I would love to see him in the Masterverse line.
Yes. All right. Let's move on to some exciting news. So the Snowcat funded this morning.
Yeah. Meow. That's awesome. I was looking at this last night. I saw messages flying from the crew, and I was like, oh my God, we're close. I've been checking it periodically, but then last night we were like 60 away, and I was like, oh, and I kept refreshing. It was going just really slow. So I was like, it might be a couple more days at this rate, but it funded early this morning. And then by the time I noticed it, they were already 60 backers over. So I don't know what the count is right now, but great news. If you back the Snowcat, you are going to be getting one. It's going to go into production. And yesterday they did post some really cool diorama images. And I'm hoping that helped get people a little bit more excited, because really the offerings that are on here, and hopefully we get the unlocks, they're great. When you see how you can set it up. And I wish it like snowed around me so I could set the scenes up like this.
Oh gosh. I don't know if you want to wish that or just wish it for the
No, it's just for fun. I know, right?
But yes, Paul, right now we're actually at 8,260. So
wow, it went up like 200. I think it was at 8,060 this morning.
Oh, cool.
So very cool diorama images, and you can see like they set it up so that they're featuring all the different action features of the Snowcat, and here with it climbing on the rock, the back treads, the back I guess the tank tread portion of it pivots on its own, so that you can do that rock climbing. It's not just like a solid piece, which makes it really, really versatile to to play with on the rocks or to just pose for display. And then you can see the gull wing door lifted up. And it looks like it's got that snowy decal on the windshield.
That's cool.
Right.
Yeah, the engineering of this stuff is really, really neat. They do a great job, even like with their Haslabs and also just their regular, vehicles or things that they make, like the snake armor, the claw. A lot of stuff is really, really thought out.
Yeah. No, it's wonderful. And as we go through these photos, we're going to be pointing out a lot more of the cool features. So, of course, it does have missiles on it, just like the original vintage Snowcat. But the neat thing is there's these two compartments on either side. If you pop them open, there's additional missiles hidden inside there, but they're sitting on a snowboard, which is really awesome.
Yeah.
So it's like a ski missile. And, when Frostbite wants to just like hang out and unwind, he can go snowboarding. Which is really, really cool. There's another image of that we'll see down below. And here you can see you can actually pop off those little storage containers out of the back of the Snowcat, which is great. And then there's all sorts of cool tools on here. He's got a winch in the front. He comes with
he's got a wrench.
He comes with a wrench, and I think he has another couple set of tools. But it was funny because I guess we'll just keep going through these images in here. You can see here's the rear compartment. You can pop open. If you take off the missile section of it, those are also display or storage, and it's storing the bivouac in there.
Oh, that's cool.
Collapsed. So that's what it is. You can see the little post forward and the canopy, which is rolled up in the back there. And then you can sit your Joes, so they act as seats as well if you want to just cargo the guys back there, which is really awesome. So I love that. And so here's another, I guess he's got what do you call when you go to change a tire, a jack or whatever, or the little bolt loosener,
the crowbar.
Yeah,
or no, not crowbar. It's a lug wrench or something.
A lug wrench. Yeah. So he's got a whole bunch of tools. It's so funny. So my caption there was like, Frostbite can fix it. He's got an awesome set of tools.
He can do it.
He can do it. It's a little homage to the Fast Times. I got an awesome set of tools. I can fix it. And of course, he has to keep up with checking on the engine. You can see when you open up the engine compartment there, it's got all sorts of details. And then he has a spot to hold his wrench as well.
Yeah, it's a 9-liter engine. Those pistons are
it's huge. Did you imagine how big that is? It's like in two big engine blocks.
That's great.
Ginormous.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It is.
And every Joe needs time to unwind. So in his downtime, he's out snowboarding and fishing. Why not?
That's so cool. I love that. Yeah, I think they really did a good job playing into like
and of course,
outdoor theme.
Absolutely. I mean, I love all of these images because you can see a little campfire behind them, and there's a couple fish on the ground. They did a really great job with these images. And of course, his friends are coming to show up and support him. So of course, we got Flint and Lady J in their Arctic gear, which hopefully we get to unlock because I think the figures look fantastic.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. And also too, like a lot of the Dio pieces come with these figures. Like, we definitely need like Flint's wieners. Like we have to unlock Flint's wieners. Like
I need Flint's wieners.
you heard it here, everybody.
Any way you want.
Wieners, plural.
Exactly. He's got an Irish cup of coffee. That's right.
Oh, there it is.
So now they're all unwinding, and of course, Frostbite is preparing some like Senka in his little coffee maker. Right there, they're roasting their wieners and their fish, hanging out because Lady J's fresh from the lake. You can see she's got the fishing pole, and and then Frostbite's like, "Do you want cream in that cream and sugar in your coffee?"
Right. Yeah, it was fun to see all this on display at SDCC too. And one of the funnier things that happened. At some point, Frostbite had fallen over and he had separated, and so he was in two pieces on the.
We said that the polar bear attacked him because the polar bear with the snake eyes was in the display as well. which is great because if you bought that, then you've got a lot more of your of your Arctic display going. Oh my god, I'm just having way too much fun with these images.
I love it. These night shots are so freaking cool. Like,
oh my god,
yeah,
yes,
I love these.
Yes. So when night falls, they are totally prepared because they've got their headlights, their tail lights all over this unit, so they'll be safe to travel around in the dark in the snow. They can sneak up on their Cobra enemies, and their whole dashboard also lights up, which looks incredible, and you'll see that in the next set of images.
Boom. Yeah. That does look awesome.
That looks great.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So after seeing these pictures, like if you were on the fence about getting the Snowcat, I want to hear what the chat thinks. If now that it's funded and it's going to be reality, who has decided to jump in, who hasn't yet jumped in? Yeah. Watch your words, or later Joe will come after you.
Yes, we need wieners and units is what we're going for here.
We need our wieners, everybody. So we got to unlock Flint, and he doesn't unlock till is that 14,000 backers?
14,000. Yeah, is that? Gosh, I was like, is that too high for this thing? Like, did they try to shoot for the moon? And I don't know.
Those are some expensive wieners, man.
Yeah.
Like, to get there, I don't know, because we've got like less than 6 days left.
That's true. So, yeah, and we know it all jumps up on the last day, but gosh, it's got a long way to go to hit 14,000.
Yeah. I'm glad we're getting Frostbite, not getting Hammer Wild, but it would have hurt my soul. Oh, Ryan says it's still a pass for him. What else do you all think? Who backed this, or who's thinking about backing it? How about that?
That's a good question.
Let me know. Did you back this, Michael?
I did not.
Okay, I did. So I need my kitty.
Yeah, and I'm not. It's funny. I was talking to my wife about this, and I was like, "Oh, the one of the crowdfunds the Toy Sorceress backed got funded today," and I said, "I'm not participating in this. There's other things that I'm putting my money towards."
Yes, well, I didn't back the Star Wars Haslab, so
yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and I don't have a good sense that will fund. So I'm like, you know, do I hedge my bets here?
Yeah, I know, right? And that one, it has much more time left, so
yeah.
Shrek 1178 backed it. That's great.
Yes, and waiting to back the Snake Lair before the 14th. Yeah, don't forget.
And on the Snake Lair though, and this one, do you like not get charged until the campaign ends, right? So you don't really need to wait unless.
Yeah, I think people get charged when it funds, and so you know when this funded, then I think people get charged, and then if and when the Snake Lair breaks 6,000, people will get charged too. Exactly.
So Joshua says the Snake Lair will fund at 6,000. I think the total will be 73.88.
We want to
put some money on that, Joshua. That's such a specific number. Like, I want to see if he's going to be right. That would be amazing if he was.
Yeah, we should have some sort of contest to like guess.
Maybe we'll do a giveaway or something.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah,
that would be fun.
You guys can guess what these are going to end at.
Yeah.
Justin Mohan says, I wonder how much more profit Hasbro will make if not all the tiers are funded. The fans miss out if the tiers are not all the tiers are backed. Absolutely. Extra Creepy says, back the Snake Lair. I need the priest.
Yeah, it's funny. Sometimes I like the figures in the Snake Lair more than getting another giant playset.
Yeah, no, absolutely, I get it. Grun the Collector says the Snowcat is pricey, but for the money, as far as functions, it blows the Thunder Tank away. Well, the damn Thunder Tank, the freaking tank treads don't even roll unless you like push the heck out of it, which bothers me. I hope they fixed it on the new version. We'll see. It's just way too heavy.
Yeah. Paul says, big classified fan here. Love my Joe Haslabs. Michael knows hot, but this is my first I've not backed. It's beautiful and the value is there, but I just don't need a Joe Snow vehicle. I think it's funny. I think I share Paul's sentiment. Like I have a Rattler coming.
Yeah.
I backed the Dragonfly and the Hiss, but yeah, the Snowcat's a beautiful vehicle, but I'm not down for the snow vehicles.
Yeah. This is actually one of my favorite vehicles, so that's why I backed it. I did not back the Rattler just because it took up way too much room. And I ended up selling my Hiss tank so that I could make room for other stuff. I just didn't have room to store it. So, sometimes you make those decisions, but that's okay. Everybody has their own, things that they're enamored by, and hopefully we can get this thing a little further down the road and unlock some of these extra tiers. But this brings me to a really good point that we're talking about. So there's a few things. Are there too many, and we can talk about this now if you want to, are there too many Haslabs going on at the same time? Are people, getting crowdfunds having it at the same time? Are people getting crowdfund fatigue? Are you running out of space? This is something we're going to dive into and talk about.
We can talk about that now or after we kind of run through the.
You want to run through the snake layer and then we'll dive into the conversation? Yeah. Okay, let's talk about snake layer.
Yeah, so there were a couple things with the snake layer. I think so. It's funny. You would we had that snake layer live stream, which was great. And we were wondering if that moved the needle at all, right? And so pretty soon after, I didn't really see a ton of movement, but you were telling me that the snake layer, kind of jumped up quite a bit from.
Yes. So yesterday, after the stream and in the afternoon, I think it was at around 2,100 and change backers. And it was even maybe last night, it was moving a little bit slowly, but now we're at 2,742. So it jumped up about 600 backers in, just the course of today. So I think maybe people were actually taking the time to dig into the live stream, to look at the videos, to check out the details on it, to see all the cool features. And it does have a zip line on it, which is really, really cool that they demonstrated. There's all these cool play features on there. So I think people are starting to get excited about it, and now we're at 45%.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, and there are some really neat things that they showed off. It's actually neat to see the the actual snake layer playset and somebody just manipulating it physically with all the features and stuff. But I think one of the cooler things is you can also take it apart too. So you can have you can totally put one on the other side of your room. You can shove one next to Castle Grayskull. You can put one next to Snake Mountain. But as far as size, if you put the cake topper that is Point Dread on Castle Grayskull, they look about the same size.
Yeah, so they're pretty much the same size, same configuration. But that's great because that's exactly what the fans asked for. They wanted something that was going to blend into the rest of their Origins line, that looked like the playsets that we already have, that clamshell style that gave everybody that nostalgic feel, which is totally, MOTU. So
yeah, and actually, I want to know in the chat, who was on the fence about this, and did that live stream help, and did you back it after seeing the live stream? I really want to know, because it did get a really good pop, but I'm wondering if there's anyone in the chat that actually made that decision after watching the live stream.
Yeah, let us know, because that would be really interesting to find out.
Yes. It's the price of they did. Damien did talk about the price, and I think it's all justification, just around what what Mattel, the corporation, needs to do to actually make this viable for them. So we all want to think that they want to make it viable for us, but the price point speaks to wanting to make it viable for them as well. They do have to make a profit, and they can't lose money on this stuff.
Absolutely. So Joshua Robbins did back this after watching the live stream.
Cool.
That's great.
That's awesome. Yeah. And oh my God. And your buddy Steve sold the hell out of this thing.
He did.
For a while.
Oh yeah. I was talking to Steve for a while, and he was so excited to hear all the great feedback on his Thundercats. because Steve is the one who designed the Thundercats crossovers. And then I was actually picking his brain and talking about future crossover lines and all that kind of stuff. He was like really interested, and I was showing him our poll results on our website. And he's like, oh, like, you know, I talked about the DC ones last year, and then this year, like that, like Brave Star was getting way up there because people like, you know, Space Cowboys and all that good stuff. So, and Rio Blast could kind of play into that genre of crossing over. I don't know. He was really interested in it, and he's a really nice guy. And he sold the heck out of this thing. I think he did a wonderful job.
Yeah, totally did. Brandon said, I personally don't want anything to do with this. I'm only the Masterverse stuff and the old 87 movie figures. So Brandon, I did see your comment. We don't have any news on any 87 movie figures coming up. We are actually sitting on something, but I'm not sure it's actually going to be made. So we're just kind of waiting to figure out what to do with that information. So just stand by.
Absolutely. So yeah, they were all great on the live stream. Totally agree with Joshua here. And big shout out to Giraffe and Mr. Home Arcade. That was super cool. And I forget what was the name of the woman that was on the live stream. She was doing a really great job at and you might not have the answer. Maybe somebody in the chat does, but
the hostess with the most.
Yeah, I don't remember her name, but she did great. Yeah, and then Damien as well. You know, he's always on top of it. But it's amazing how well Steve knew the playset. But then Damien told his story. So if you guys remember, I told you how he came up with the snake trap, the little pit with the snakes. So he talked about his daughter playing with the hairbrush and how the bristles kind of went like this when she put her finger in, and that's how he came up with the idea for the snake trap.
Yeah, that's so cool. I love that.
That's great.
Gosh, poor Moss Man.
I know.
It's so funny. I was waiting, and when he opened up the Iron Maiden, I was waiting for Moss Man to be in there.
Yeah, I was like, he's like, no. He has like PTSD from that.
I know. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, but it's an awesome playset. I love it.
Yeah, it is. It is a cool playset. Yeah, and maybe we can maybe move into our discussion just around just crowdfunds in general. It looks like these things are here to stay, and so we want to hear from the chat, and we do have some just topics to talk about, like stretch goals and unlock tiers. Like, are these missing the mark for people? Are they right on? Like, could they do things better with the unlock goals? Because the vehicles and the play sets, I think, are great all on their own. But also, if you look at the total package, you have to also consider the unlock tiers. And maybe some of the slow movement of these things is because of did they make the right decisions on these unlock tiers?
Well, I think they did. It's funny because they're both MOTU fans. Both Steve and Damien are MOTU fans, and they both voted for the attack track last year. Yeah, the Lair, which was I thought was so cute that that they were talking about that. Toy Monkey Customs. Yes, I backed this on the first day. I absolutely did. We got to see it up close and personal, and play with it, and it was really, really cool. So I absolutely backed it. And I love the fact that they actually listened to the fans. In the first week or so, the feedback that they were getting was everyone really loved Chimera. I think that's how they pronounced it. Yeah. And I'm calling him Chimichurri, the two-headed dragon. And so they were upset. The fans were upset that he was behind the third tier. And they're like, we're never going to get there. And this whole thing is really cool. They all love that dragon. And they decided to listen to the fans and move them up with a base offering, and then have Lady Slither be part of the early bird if you backed it by the 14th of this month. So I thought that was great. And then you get Priest Pythonus at 8,000. Just the second tier there. It's going to make it easier for people. And if you buy this and it backs, you're going to get Chimichurri. You're going to have your double-headed dragon. And it's wonderful that they listen to the fans. And I love that they can pivot that way, that they weren't like so locked in and rigid about it. So that was great.
I like that. Yeah, they did a lot of change for this one. Want to give a huge shout out to Bush the Dragon for the $4.99 super chat. Thank you so much. He said, these companies need to understand that there are a lot of cross-brand collectors. G.I. Joe, MOTU, Star Wars, and McFarlane crowdfunds in 1 month is brutal.
Yes.
Yeah, I totally agree. Like, yeah, we do have a segment around everything all at once too. So yeah, that's totally hear you on that. And it's crazy because if you back this, you know, there's two Hasbro crowdfunds going on right now. There's Mattel one. People are saying don't forget McFarlane as well. But there's also premium style figures that are not crowdfund. They're made to order. So it's, I don't know, they're kind of like a crowdfund because they're timed like Mondo, right?
Yeah.
So you have the She-Ra and Swiftwind bundle for almost $800, but it's actually, once you put in the tariff surcharge, shipping, and tax, it's like almost $940 or something like that out the door.
Oh my God.
It's a lot.
That's crazy. It is a lot of money. It's like, it's almost $1,000. Like, that's just, that one I can't justify.
Yeah.
To pay more for that than like we did the Cat's Lair, this ginormous Cat's Lair I have in my room.
Yeah, it's crazy. Nino Biz feels like the stretch goals for the Snake Lair are too low. Like, put them low. Like I love them lower instead of higher. So if they're too low, then we get these cool figures. I wonder if they got burned by Keklar, right? Maybe putting Eternia too high. Because if they had put it at 8,000, we would have gotten Keklar, right?
Yeah. And they're still talking about, like, they don't know how or when they would incorporate him. And the same thing with High Priest Pythonus. They want to make sure that there's a reason to be able to get to this goal and not be like, oh, I'm just going to wait for Mattel to release them individually later, which I think makes sense. Right.
Yeah. Like I love the unlocks for the Snake Lair. I thought those were really well thought out. The Snowcat, I'm not sure. Like I love the world building that they're doing, but I don't think the figure choices and the little bivouac playset were a good match. So another question, like, if you were doing this, like, are there other figures that you would throw in here in place of Lady J or Flint, or are you happy with kind of what those figures are?
God, that's such a good question, because like we already have Snow Job, so like he fits the bill obviously, and then Frostbite is the Snowcat driver. So I mean, I don't know that they're like necessarily missing anything for this. I like that they created Arctic versions of like fan favorite characters and then gave them really cute accessories. Like you're getting a freaking like coffee maker and a little Starbucks cup, some wieners, you know, fried eggs, fish. Like this is really neat stuff. Like when would you get all this? And then the bivouac little like station that you can create this really cool scene. So I love that. I love that you're getting like an instant diorama if all of this gets unlocked, and it just makes it that much more fun. The little pieces that they're throwing in, and I'm gonna lift this up in a big thank you to my partner Michael for gifting me this Ostriker, but just like the little coffee mug that that he has here, like it looks so cool, right?
Yeah.
See that in his hand? Like just adding those little world building pieces, and then we got Leatherneck here with his little walkie-talkie, or not walkie-talkie, but the CB radio, and it's connected on a little wire. But just adding like those little pieces of world building items that make it like more realistic, like it just makes it so much fun. And so I went outside, I took photos of these, and I'm just like, I had fun. Like just he was lounging around with his coffee mug, or he has a little like sun visor and stuff like that. Just those extra pieces just make it amazing to do toy photography, and just having this stuff here I think is a big selling point to make it that much more fun and complete.
I agree. So I think, I don't know, looking at the Dio shots, I'm kind of coming around to like the figure choices and their weapons and accessories, because it is kind of cute.
It is cool. And if you're able to kind of create, even if like you can get like a little box of like fake snow and like make, they sell that stuff on Amazon, like I did with the Hook Lion Liono, the hook mount in Liono, and you can create little snow sing if you wanted to, and in a little clear container, which would still look really cool, and then put that on your shelf. Like it could look incredible. So I think it's wonderful that G.I. Joe is about world building. It's about the vehicles, about the figures interacting with the vehicles, and the fact that we can get something cool like that in the classified scale and not just have, a whole shelf full of figures, I think is amazing. So that's why I really like it.
Cool. Yeah, Mason, let's see. Mason backed the G.I. Joe Haslab, Snake Lair, and Mondo, not doing Star Wars, plus looking at McFarlane. It's a lot.
Wow. I didn't know McFarlane had a crowdfund too. But, so the unlocked tiers are one thing. I think, what do you think about the Star Wars unlocked tiers that they included in that one?
Yeah, I'm not super happy with the unlocked tiers for the Star Wars Haslab. I feel like if they're doing a clone trooper transport, you should actually have a shit ton of army builder clone troopers in here to like fill up your gunship. I get why they're doing the Jedi, because there's some that are first time in the line, but if you're not a fan of the prequels, but you I like the prequels. They weren't fantastic. They're watchable. They add to the lore, but the gunship is one of my favorite. It's like one of my favorite designed Star Wars vehicles, and so I'm actually not happy with the unlocked tiers, but the ship coming with 2 pilots is great. I think it just should have come with a bunch of other clone troopers, so you can just load it up, or some vehicles that they were hinting at that you can actually put in the back and actually deploy once this thing is hovering or landing and deploying troops.
So what did you just describe there? All the world building stuff.
Yeah, you know what? You're right.
With the Haslab, which is exactly what you're getting with the Snowcat. Which they did a great job of selecting. I want to say a big hello to the Baroness of Toys. How is it going, Baroness? Good to see you. I can't wait to hang out tomorrow at the Geeking Out Toy Show. That's going to be a lot of fun. We got some love for the Baroness here. So exactly what you're saying. So how does everyone else feel about the choices for the unlocked tiers? Go ahead and chime in on the chat. A big hello to Daniel Huron. Friend of the channel, Arctic Bikini Serrata loves to eat wieners. Oh my god. He's been a member for 28 months. I'm not going to touch that one, Daniel.
Zorana will, though.
Oh, yes, she will.
Oh my gosh. I can hear him laughing in his house right now. I can just hear it where he lives. So funny. But yeah, so rolled in with these tiers is also too, are we getting value for the money? Definitely, I think the Snake Lair, yes. The Snowcat is one that I think is priced really, really fairly for what you're getting.
Yes.
The one that is severely bloated is unfortunately the Gunship at $450.
That was really high.
Yeah. That was a sting when I backed that. I want a really cool big gunship, but this is the only way to get it, and so my hands are tied.
I know. Oh, Joshua, you got to be a bad influence on the Baroness. We need those numbers up. People got to back this thing. Yeah. Okay. So Bush the Dragon says, I can't stand the fact that they're putting 3 much needed TVCs behind a 450 paywall. Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, and this is the only way to get them. And they did that with the Cantina Haslab too. If you wanted the Tonica Sisters, the only way to get it is to back the Cantina. Again, big playset, big money.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. And I did say wieners and touch in the same sentence, and you guys got to get over it. I'm kidding. That was Daniel's fault. So, for people on the fence on these things, how can we help people out? The Baroness is on the fence with the Snake Lair. She needs help. Who is also on the fence with the Snake Lair? Okay, so talking about the Snake Lair, let's go through a few things. You can detach into 2 pieces. So if you want to put only one half of it on display on your shelf, either from the outside or the interior, you can do the throne room or the other side, and then put some more figures around it. So you have the display space that way. It's very versatile. It can separate into 2 pieces. so you can display it in separate parts. You can put it on the floor somewhere and connect the very cool zip line on it, which is awesome. There's multiple rings all over the place. The amount of play features on this is incredible. And if this thing backs, you get Chimichanga or Chimichurri or Chimera, however you want to call it, for the two-headed dragon, which is really cool. It's awesome. It's got amazing articulation. And then if you're not so keen on, maybe like I'm not that keen on the skeletal Lady Slither, so I'm gonna sell that and help recoup a little bit of my money that I'm putting down for the Snake Lair, so it'll hurt less for me. So that's my game plan, but I don't know what about you all out there. And then maybe we'll unlock Priest Pythonus.
I love Everlost's comment. I backed it and still on the fence.
But you know what? Go ahead.
No.
I was just gonna say, like, maybe you keep parts of it and you sell off what you don't want. It's okay.
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah. So every time we post about the Snake Lair, we get comments about the price. So I think there's a value. I think there's a value thing for people, and I think it's just above people's threshold, because every comment I see is like, make it $50 cheaper or make it $25 cheaper or something like that. But it is what it is at $300. So
So I think we talked about value for quite a bit. We talked about the unlocked tiers. Now let's talk about our next subject, because not only are these all pretty expensive, they're all happening at the same time. So what do we do? If you're a collector of Star Wars and MOTU and G.I. Joe, it's like, having to choose between your babies. Like, which one do you back? What do you do? What are you guys all doing?
Yeah, it's hard, because I think we're also, I think people are referencing a McFarlane crowdfund too. So there's other things going on, and there's pre-orders coming out, on a weekly basis, right? Too. So it's all of your future money and future space is being set aside with all this stuff.
Absolutely. Helter Santos brings up a good point. So we didn't like the first Snake Lair because it was too big, and now we have the second one and it's too much money. I know. It's difficult, and we are going to talk about Space Danger, because Chris Poole says it's the 5th MOTU playset and I'm out of space. So all of that brings up a really good point, because what do we do? So first of all, because there's multiple crowdfunds at once, you're spending a lot of money and they're going to take up a lot of room.
Kind of victory yellow by them all.
But how can you, unless you've got even me with like this 2-room toy room, I still am basically at capacity, and I'm having to switch stuff out. As it is, I had to take down my light box just to make room right here for the Fright Zone playset that I showed you guys last week. So, and that's the only spot I had left for it.
Yeah. Brian, let's see. Brian's going to art school, so his space will be minimal. MOTU prints perceived value is definitely important. Let's see. So I guess it's funny, because like I backed the Snake Lair, but I don't have a space for it. So I'm definitely, I think this is probably why my room is just in a constant disarray, is because I'm also just moving stuff around, because there's things that are coming, on a weekly / monthly basis, and it's like, what do you rotate in and what do you rotate out, right?
Exactly.
It's hard.
And that's the hard part. That's exactly the hard part.
Yeah, and I really don't understand why Mattel doesn't do payment plans for their crowdfunds, like right out the gate. It's dumb, but anyway, so dumb. Warren just has enough room for his Fright Zone playset, but then what else? Like, what else is coming next, right?
I don't know where I would put the Snake Lair. I backed it, and I have nowhere to put it.
Yeah, I'm afraid I'm gonna take out the figures for the Snake Lair. Maybe because it's modular, I'll display half of it with the snake face and some of the accessories. But that's about it. I think the other parts are just going to sit in a box in my shed until I figure it out.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe you take it out and use the back to the snake layer and pay $40 every 2 weeks. I mean, it would be great. And so this brings up a good point, because our next subject is space limitations.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So we're not just talking about the current Haslabs. It's all, and Crowdfunds. We also have to take into account the stuff we already have, like Eternia, which was 4 feet wide and 3 feet tall. And the first time I got to see the Cat's Lair in person was at the Toy Sorceress's house, and I was like gobsmacked. I was like, holy crap, this thing is so freaking huge.
There it is.
There it is. Yeah.
It's ginormous.
Lone Dragon, the space, the final frontier. I love it.
I know. It's like, what do you do? What do you do? Like, it's just, there's no more room.
Right. I mean, the Rattler is going to be huge. I love that they put it on a stand so I could fit it on a billy and like kind of fly it off the shelf, which is great.
Yeah.
And, also the wings come up. So they've kind of figured out what to do. But like the Rattler is not going to look cool if you have like displaying it with one wing up and one wing down.
And think about how much valuable like shelf space that's taking up. Because now you're losing multiple shelves because of the height. Yeah.
Cat's Lair would be cool to have a mini fridge in the chest. Oh my god, you could totally do that.
That would be awesome, actually. And it's so cool that I never get to display it the other way because it's so big to turn around that I haven't even gotten to enjoy the inside.
That's the thing too. It's like you have to. It's like once they're in, you've set it up. They're pretty much permanent, right? Until you have to like deconstruct your whole room to like. I
know. The one thing is, so the Snowcat's pretty big, but it's manageable, and the Star Wars vehicle is, and sorry, I don't have the exact name on that one, is pretty big, and I don't know where the heck, but maybe you can hang that from the ceiling.
I'm definitely gonna hang that from the ceiling.
You're gonna have to, right? And at least the snake layer is in line with the other play sets, except it's just got one taller turret, so that's good. I'm glad that they've made these sizes of these a little bit more manageable. I think they're realizing that people are running out of room, but now they're not doing ginormous items because like there's just no space to put them anymore. So what are you? I'm sure all of you guys are running into space limitations.
Yeah, it's crazy, and like I back the Ghost, and that's huge. Like the dimensions are here. It's just shy of 3 feet long, and I had to.
Where are you gonna put that?
Oh, I had to jerry rig here. I had to jerry rig a couple extensions.
Oh my god.
Isn't that crazy?
That's huge.
Yeah, so this is the part of the room that people don't see. But yeah, it's basically parked onto desk extensions off of these Billy bookcases because I was like, where the hell am I gonna put it? I'm like, I can't float this on the ceiling. So anyway. It's nuts. It's nuts. Yeah. And then when the Cat's Lair came around, I originally backed it, but I think I got caught up in everything, but I was like, I don't have any room to display it, so I just sold it. And I was like, I just don't know what to do with it. But Big Bad Toy Store still has it in stock for $1,000.
Oh my god.
If I ever wanted it again.
Wow.
Giraffe
Crazy.
Michael is building a Death Star to hold all of his toys.
I love that. Ryan Cole, I just bought a house and I already need another one.
Oh my gosh, seriously, right?
Yeah. I had to move into a bigger house. For one reason was my toy room. One of a few reasons, but that helped. That was a driving factor.
Extra creepy. I live alone and have a 3-bedroom with a finished basement, and I'm running out of space and sympathize with people who have little corners of their house to call their own. Yeah, I mean, struggle is real. Joshua lives in an apartment with his partner. It looks like a toy store. I love it. So already got a space. I don't know what to do. Time for a house, I guess. Yes.
Oh, and it's kind of crazy, right? That we're going to these extremes that now we have to start talking about real estate to have all these toys.
I love this, Rob 2023. I think these toy companies, that's money. Right. Yeah. Where's the customer appreciation, right?
Absolutely. We should get. Well, speaking of customer appreciation, can I give a huge shout out to Mattel, who, when I backed the Snake Layer, sent me a 20% off coupon for Mattel Creations? Just saying. They're listening to the fans, they're helping. That was nice of them. It was an olive branch, right?
Yeah.
So great.
Yes. Kenner Vader. Yeah. Once my room is not a disaster, I'll do a Toy Sorceress walkthrough one day.
It's funny. Like Mega J filmed one. So hopefully at some point he'll get around to editing that. But so we did film an update in my toy room before he left.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. That's very cool. Yeah. So there's also the space thing too, but like there's also like, do people buy these things because of FOMO? Like I think I had bought the Cat's Lair and backed it because of FOMO. I was like, oh my god, everybody's talking about it. I'm excited about it. They're all gonna have this stuff, and I'm not.
Yeah, and then you feel bad, like, and then when you actually do want it, then it's a fortune and impossible to try and get.
Yeah, like the Jabba's sail barge, right? It's like I wasn't really collecting Star Wars at the time, and it was 2019. I wasn't, that was their first Haslab, and flash forward, whatever, 8 years later or whatever, 7 years later, and I'm like, I want one.
Yeah, so then you have to pay absorbent amount more. I used to have a guest room, but now it looks like a toy store warehouse. And the Baroness says I'm totally out of space. Yeah, I mean, I have a large house and I'm out of space. I get it. The struggle is real. And, sometimes you buy stuff, again, FOMO or bandwagon.
Yeah,
right?
That's true.
So are you guys, here's the last question of this whole discussion. Are you suffering from crowdfund fatigue after all of this? Right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I would love it if they would actually take a break or like do these every other year, right? I mean, they have cool stuff, no doubt, but with all of these things like factoring in, like, I don't know, I'm a little fatigued. I wish everybody had taken a year off. Maybe Mattel, because they redid the Snake Lair, they kind of did take a year off to get back to us. But like G.I. Joe doesn't need a Haslab every single year. Star Wars doesn't need a Haslab every single year.
I agree with you. It feels like, I think they took a little bit of a break. There was last year was getting kind of crazy where we were having like a Haslab every like 2 months or something, and then they were like overlapping. Like it was getting a bit insane. So I think they slowed down a little bit of their cadence. But of course, coming off of SDCC, we're now into instead of back to school season, we're in back to crowdfund season, because everything, you got to get your school supplies, you got to back your crowdfunds.
Oh my god,
they're all coming out now.
Yeah, screw the school supplies. You're not going to have money for that.
Exactly. Your kids need some notebooks and some crayons and paper and stuff. You'd be like, sorry, mommy had to pay for Snowcat. You can't get anything for school.
Let's see. Nobody says I'm just burned out and don't buy play sets. I only buy figures that look cool. I got the Thundercat MOTU, but not the He-Man because he's
I didn't get the He-Man either.
Kenner Vader has no fatigue. Looks like he has self-control. He only backed the Snake Lair. Let's see. After I get G.I. Joe HQ, since we have the Vamp and the Dragonfly, then I'm done with vehicles. Joshua Robbins, they need to space out the crowdfunds, but I know companies are competing for money, but in the long run, if you put an item out when nobody else, when no one else is, it betters the chance of backing. Yeah, totally does. Because then people can actually devote some time and attention to it. Like collectors can actually like look at it, figure out where it goes, and really love on it, instead of trying to be like, oh my gosh, there's these 4 things now that I have to decide between, right?
Absolutely. And your attention gets divided, and then it's also coming back from San Diego Comic-Con, and then all the exclusives we all just ordered, and they're probably all piling in, they're all coming in if you got stuff being shipped to you. And then you're kind of like, well, this is cool, and you look at it for 2 seconds, and now I got to get it out of my way because now I have more stuff coming in, so you don't have any time to appreciate and enjoy that and now you've got all these crowdfunds that you have to worry about where to put. So I think the timing is unfortunate. I know they have their numbers to hit in whatever quarter they need to, but it makes it hard as collectors to kind of deal with too much all at once.
Yeah. Bush the Dragon makes a great comment, and I think it echoes what you just said. It really comes down to there being too many and too short of a time period. Not only that, we haven't received several crowdfunds from last year. So you're forking out money for future crowdfunds, but then you're also getting an influx of big stuff coming in too. And so you got to reconcile.
And you kind of forgot about them. So you might be like, oh yeah, I want to back this. Maybe that's purposeful. Maybe they're putting these out now before you receive the other items, because once you get those, you're gonna be like, I'm totally out of space and I can't back this thing. But maybe you forgot that you backed some other big item that's coming. You're gonna back this, and then later you have to deal with the repercussions, which isn't cool, right?
Yeah. Yes. Thank you so much, Daniel, for the $2 super chat. Cardboard play sets. That's an interesting thing. I know that G.I. Joe did a cardboard type play set. It was an SDCC exclusive. It was that like Cobra Missile Command playset that came out in like '82. That was a Sears exclusive, and they redid that. I think that's might be where the Mickey Mouse Cobra Commander came from. But it's like if you're into world building and dios, it's like
Well, cardboard. Look at the Cantina playset from Star Wars Vintage Collection that they redid, the original vintage one. That's a cardboard backdrop, so you get 4 cool figures. You put the little thing on your shelf. It doesn't take up any room. You can add a bunch of other figures to it, and there you go. So I'm starting to do it a little bit.
Yeah. Take Two says they can't afford to take a break because their pipelines are already set up for these large scale molds and distribution. Yeah. I mean, some of these companies probably work like a well-oiled machine, and they're planning all this stuff in the future. And, if they make all their goals, then it just keeps that pipeline coming, right? Of just big stuff.
Absolutely. Like Jim Smith, I opened my Rattler last night, and it was the exact same thought. Where am I going to keep putting 1/12 scale vehicles? It's just
nowhere.
Notification 20 minutes after.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Crazy. Let's see. Rob 2023, here's a question in regards to G.I. Joe. What's left for Haslab that wouldn't be too small or too big? Yeah, that's a good question. Like the G.I. Joe brand was built on vehicles, right? And so if they want to keep the excitement going with vehicles, these are going to be very, very big vehicles unless they go back to the 3 3/4 inch scale, which they're probably not going to do, right?
Yeah. I mean, that would be amazing if they can do some cool 3 3/4 inch Haslabs with just a whole bunch of extra figures and world building items, so we can keep the scale lower and the price points lower.
Yes,
people are in love with O-ring. There's a big resurgence, so why not jump on that?
Yeah, I mean, that's also a question too. It's like, why do these things have to be so freaking huge and expensive, right? Can't they do a like $100 crowdfund? Like, you don't need to do a $300 to $450 to $500 crowdfund every year and make them ginormous. Make something that maybe didn't come out or didn't get a release. There's really cool concepts from MOTU, from the vintage line, right? That didn't see the light of day. There's all like this exists in all toy lines, right? That would be so freaking cool if they started doing that. Like, I think eventually it might get to that point where they're going to have to start downsizing or just making these things a heck of a lot smaller and affordable.
Yeah, I mean, a cool, like G.I. Joe headquarters or something like that, an O-ring place, that would be awesome. Or even maybe a reimagined like Cobra headquarters, or even any of those would be great. But in O-ring scale, the 3 3/4 scale would be incredible. Do a Terrordrome. Could you imagine a Terrordrome?
Oh my god, I would freak out. I would love that. Or the USS flag, right? I mean, that's ginormous, but that's a grail piece like Eternia is for MOTU fans.
At least you can use it as a big display table.
Or a coffee table, right? Yeah.
Yeah, a coffee table.
So
that's why I collect 6-inch scale or smaller. Yeah, I mean, I had to get out of Mondo because they just take up too much space. I have like one Mondo figure left, and I may sell him too.
Too much money, too much space. But the sculpts are beautiful. Tommy does an amazing job with.
No, the sculpts are incredible. I just had to step away and be like, look at them and admire them from afar because I just don't have room.
I did too. I had to do the same thing.
The She-Ra is incredible with Swiftwind, but there's a freaking 54-inch wingspan. Where the heck are you going to put that thing? It's almost as long as Eternia.
Yeah. Ryan Cole makes a good point. I'd love to see a small vehicle pack for a Haslab. That would be neat. So they could do that for G.I. Joe. They could do that for Star Wars. I remember do you remember the Target exclusives when they were kind of redoing when they were doing the 25th anniversary line? They would have like a Mobat and Hiss set that you could buy for, I think it was like $100 or something at Target. They could totally do that.
Yeah. They could. There's a lot they could do.
Yeah. Nobody says the USS Flag converts into a bed or something. That would I would do that. So like I would totally fit in it because I'm not that tall.
It's kind of like having like that race car bed like on silver spoons.
Yeah, right. The flag would never be unclassified. It would take an entire room or more. Yeah, somebody 3D printed a flag, and I think it was 12 feet long or something like that. It was that's pretty crazy.
Yeah. Well, the other problem with Mondo, they're so cool and they take up a lot of room, but they're super expensive for like one figure. So you're talking $300 for a Snake Lair playset. It's like $300 for one figure. So I mean, I guess everything's relative when you're thinking about that, and if you're comparing the two things, like in considering the Snowcat with all the build out, if you get all that stuff, the 325 doesn't feel so terrible, and it's got electronics in it, so yeah. Paradise. Yeah, my nephew does have a race car bed. He is a little spoiled cutie.
Yeah, and like so lost it to Bostic. I'd be all in for a crowdfund for an unmade Gigantosaur or Whispering Woods playset. Like these, this is what I thought these crowdfunds would be. In my naivety or my.
What about Crystal Castle? What if we got Crystal Castle with some of the Rebellion figures?
Right. Yeah, there's so many things that are unmade that I think would really resonate with people. So I know that all these companies have really big market research and marketing people. Just do some research, make these things happen. Yeah, absolutely. Well, that was a really great discussion. We'll see how these Haslabs and these crowdfunds shake out, and we'll check back in next week to see them. So it's interesting. We can talk about a couple other small little news items. I think we already touched upon that the Batmobile. I know you had some in-hand images for WWE, the Superstars line, Wave 15, and then of course your 40th anniversary mask, and then we're going to talk about Jem. So sorry, go ahead. No, it's all good. It's so funny because originally when I saw the 40th anniversary pre-order come out for the MDU, I was like, it's cool, but like, do I need a black and gold one? And then when all these other ones came out, and I was like, oh damn, they look really, really cool. I'm like, maybe I do need these, because this is what's going on in my head. Like, I have the vintage ones. I'm gonna buy the remakes, which look like the vintage ones, but these paint schemes look nothing like the vintage ones. So I'm like, okay, they look different enough, so I'll just get them. Yeah.
Here's my question: now that you're gonna have 3 sets of mask, vehicles, are you gonna display all of them?
Yeah, you know what? It's funny. Like I have some of my mask collection out, and I think I'm going to get the other box out with like Boulder Hill and all the other vehicles, and just put them in the room somewhere. I think it's time. So I will have to make a dedicated space for that. So again, some stuff has to go back in the shed. Good.
Yeah, take some stuff out, put some stuff away. It's basically how it goes. Who else pre-ordered this?
Yeah, this is an expensive bundle because this is the only way to get the Rhino right now, which is they're calling the MDU, because it's sold out. But people were really, really mad because they've they bought the Rhino, it's sold out, but then, in order to take advantage of the bundle, they have to get another Rhino, but on loyal subjects, you can't cancel your orders. It's all sales are final. So I don't know what they're going to do about that.
That's not good.
Yeah. So
no.
Anyways.
Well, I guess there'll be a lot of them up on eBay.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe. But I thought they were cool. Like you were saying that this kind of looks more like an 80s vehicle.
Yeah, the Bandit, Smokey and the Bandit car.
Yeah.
Ish. Yeah. I know that one's a Trans Am, it's 70s Trans Am, but it's 80s cousin.
Yeah. It's funny. This is how I originally thought about these repaints. I thought they were going to be an easy pass, and then I was looking at them going like, okay, they're cool enough to, maybe to dive into. So.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. Like I would have liked this if they just sold that one vehicle by itself, but they didn't. So
yeah. Oh, this is good. Alpha Tryon, thank you for the correction. He was able to cancel the Black Rhino order with loyal subjects with no problem. So that's awesome. So, very good. Very good. I just saw a bunch of people complaining about it, so I thought it wasn't a thing. So that's awesome.
Maybe they probably just didn't dive into it deep enough to figure it out, and hopefully they're able to cancel their orders.
Yeah, Black and Gold is a cash grab. I did get the BBTS collection in spite of myself, although that I'm done. So.
It was a good deal, but like I didn't really want like the little motorcycle, and then I have no nostalgic connection to this. Unfortunately, I never collected these. I ended up just keeping I guess the Thunderhawk, and then I forget what the plane is called, but
the Switchblade.
The Switchblade. Yeah. I don't know anything about Mass, so my apologies. I was just like,
no,
two cool ones. I'm like, I have no space for that huge ass semi truck, and then I can pass on the tiny little motorcycle. So I ended up canceling my bundle pack and just keeping the other ones.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. So that went up for pre-order on August 5th, and also Jem and Holograms went up for pre-order as well. So you get more Jem stuff coming.
Yeah.
And like Miss Allison Troy said, Jem is exciting. That was so much fun to be at that panel.
Oh my god, that was awesome! I loved that with the voice of Jem, the singing voice of Jem, and also the voice of Rainbow Bright, and they all performed a melody of their opening theme songs together. It was super cute, and just told some great stories, and it was really nice being part of that, getting to see it.
Yeah, that was really fun. I'm I watched the cartoon as a kid, and then our friend had sent us these Jem dolls, but I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna get bring the full band together.
Yeah, exactly. I have the Jem doll, but I don't have space for the full band because Jem is truly outrageous, truly outrageous. My voice is still cracking. I'm taking stuff for it. But it is great. The band is truly outrageous.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Allison said they also said that there would be other retail outlets beyond Walmart for Jem. Perfect. Yeah, I think I don't know if like they just do a deal with the devil, get burned, and then they're like, well, let's go look for other avenues.
Yeah. Speaking of loyal subjects, I ordered a bunch of stuff for SDCC exclusives the day they launched, which was like a week before San Diego Comic-Con. First thing in the morning. I haven't gotten any of my stuff yet, but I've seen a lot of people who have been receiving their exclusives even during the convention. So I want to know out there, if you guys ordered stuff from the loyal subjects for San Diego Comic-Con, who's received it already? Because mine still says unfulfilled. Ordered I got a Popple, I got my pet monster, I ordered my buddy, and I ordered a couple of strawberry shortcake figures. Nothing has come yet.
Oh, that sucks.
I know. I'm just wondering out there.
Everlost says, Jem has my wallet and soul. Sad the price increase has me set to only buy the core characters and nothing else. Not great for loyal subjects. Yeah.
The price was higher here.
Yeah. So
I think everything on the website was higher, actually. If you compared some of the things that like Walmart sold to the same items on the loyal subjects are about $5 to $10 more per item.
Wow. That sucks.
Yeah.
Joshua Robbins still hasn't received anything, so he's with you, Toy Sorceress.
Makes me feel better.
Toys of Tom Gumby got his pet monster.
We just got it. That's good. I know the Baroness got all her stuff while we were in San Diego. I ordered the SDCC gem set within the hour it went live, still waiting for notice shipment. Okay. Well, then I don't feel so bad. But some people did get their exclusives already. So okay, I guess they're just working on fulfilling orders. Gem was 25 on the site. The site on site is 30. The holograms are 45 each, and glitter gold is 55. Yeah, so it's quite a bit of a difference. Yeah, Gem was $25 from Walmart. So, and then she's $5 more if you get it directly from loyal subjects.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think with Walmart they can get that bulk pricing discount too. So
absolutely, but the dolls look incredible. They're really cool. If I had room for that whole band, I would have picked them up. But they are kind of pricey at $45 a piece. It's almost $200 for the band.
Bring the band back together. It's just
exactly
more stuff to buy.
Yeah. Well, maybe Walmart will get these. I don't know. Maybe they'll be a little cheaper. We'll see.
Yeah. Who knows? All right.
Gem went up to $30 at Walmart.
Interesting.
Okay.
All right.
Did Gem sing with Gold Slither? I don't know. She was there.
Oh, at SDCC?
Yeah, she was there. I don't know.
Don't know. That'd be cool though.
That would have been cool. Studio Henge. I ordered all of these minus glitter gold and Gem. Love the cartoon. Hope they do classic cartoon outfits like those expensive dolls by Integrity a decade ago. Yeah, I mean they look incredible and they have very nice stands. And the stands, I don't know if these stands play music, but the first one did. So that was
you're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
They should for the price, right?
Yeah.
They do.
Berta Phillips got up with Cold Slither and they did the Gem theme. Oh, how cool. There's a video of it. Oh, nice. We'd have to see that.
Oh yeah, they do play. At least the glitter and gold one plays a song. Let's see if
nice.
other ones do. Oh yeah. Yeah, they do all play. So one plays the glitter and gold plays glitter and gold. Aja's plays Like a Dream. Yeah, so that's cool. All right.
Okay. This one plays. I'm not going to play any more of that, but it does play. It plays the theme song, which is cool.
That's cool. Yeah, they all play the updated and remastered song, says Miss Allison Troy, who is always Jeanette on the spot with the info. I love it.
Oh, that's awesome. And I just knocked over Gem and Carmen Sandiego.
Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
She's over here and she lost her hat. She's all disheveled.
She got tossed around. The Baroness says the dolls need to sing and dance for that price. I love that.
Yeah, they do. They got to earn a keep. Help pay for them. Great. That would be awesome. All right. Well, why don't we go ahead and I was going to move into our toy haul section, but before I do that, I just wanted to share real quick. If you guys want to check out this very cool article that I put together. Was that yesterday or the day before? I
don't know.
I'm trying to switch screens. I guess we got to remove this one and add that to the. It's not adding. Can you help out there and get that one added to the stage?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
There we go.
There it goes.
I think we're clicking at the same
time.
Both,
you go ahead.
Okay.
I won't do nothing. Okay. Sorry, folks. Technical glitches here. So I had the pleasure of reviewing and finally unboxing the Striker that you were so nice to gift to me at San Diego Comic-Con. We every time we tried to get in line for the exclusives, either the line was capped or when I finally got in line, the Striker was there, but it was sold out for the day. And I don't know if they had a certain number per day that they were selling. So I did not get the opportunity to buy this. I had it on pre-order, but I was like, oh, if I can take it home, it would be so cool. And I didn't have the chance to buy one. But Michael was super sweet and surprised me with this and sent it back with Mega J and Danny back to the Airbnb. So thank you so much for the gift. That was a very, very nice of you, Michael. I really appreciate it. And so I had fun shooting pictures. Took it out to the yard and did a little, outdoor adventuring with the guys. Took a Crankcase and Leatherneck and, of course, Breaker hanging out in the back. And I love, like I said, the little world building accessories. And, he has this little like sun visor and stuff. And he comes with a toolkit and a cool coffee mug. So they're all hanging out. And, of course, he has this mass device in hand, ready to go. He's guarding that thing with his life. And you can see the little toolbox here. And this thing's really nice because it's got space to like stow the ammo boxes and a little gas can. And you can seat 3 figures or have one standing in the back if you don't like that extra seat and roll cage, which is pretty cool. And, it's got a removable steering wheel, and it does have a little CB radio in there as well, which looks really nice. So this thing was a lot of fun to shoot. Here he is like, here's your cup of Joe. That was his morning coffee. I was trying to find a picture of the CB, but anyway, this thing's really neat. It's a fun vehicle, and really recommend picking one up if you haven't had the chance. It comes in a really nice box with a window display, so you can see Crankcase in there and a very cool illustration. I love the way this looks because it reminds me of an old school, 1980 Tamiya RC car. So that's why I've always liked the Ostriker, and I've got it here in hand, which I'll share with you guys in a minute. And it comes, all packed in this box with a bunch of cool decals that you can pick from. You can put different faces on it, and I put the little shark teeth on mine that look really nice. Here you go. You can see the shark teeth in the front. It does have like shocks on the wheels, so oops, sorry, wrong side. So these do move up and down independently. You can move each one, which is cool. It's got a winch in the front right here, so they can tow stuff. That's really nice. You can stand a guy in the back if you want to, or you can put him back here. The only complaint I have is that the roll cage on the top comes off pretty easily, so it just kind of pops off all the time, and that's just a little bit annoying about it. See, it's always just kind of popping out of place. They're like, yeah, it's easily removable, but that's kind of annoying that it just doesn't like
too easy.
Well. It's too easy to take off. But it's a very cool vehicle. It's got a really nice dashboard in here, and then like I said, a little CB radio, space to stow the ammo box and gas cans, and there's foot pegs in there if you want to stand some Joes in there instead. But these things are pegged in on the foot pegs, which make it really nice. So anyway, if you're interested, check out the review online. There's a lot of great pictures, and you can see everything it comes with. There's these 2 bazooka launchers that go on the roof, which is really cool, and just close-ups of everything in the vehicle. The seats have a lot of nice detail on them. All the tampoed decals all over it look really, really great, and it's just a fun vehicle. And look at all the detail on the interior with the dashboard, and it's got a big GPS, and there's 2 cup holders for each passenger, so they can put their drinks, and then you can see the little CB radio sitting in there, which is very cool. That's where all the ammo boxes store. And then of course Crankcase is just hanging out, having a good time. He's trying to call his buddies, and Breaker's hanging on in the back. So just a lot of fun. It's a great vehicle, so highly recommend it if you're into this kind of thing.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that was it.
Very cool.
Yeah. I mean, it was. Anyway, so do you have any toy hauls you wanted to share?
I do. I have one.
Open the box, and that's the way you do it.
Okay. So I've fallen into the LJN rubber bendy rabbit hole. So I do have one guy to show off, and it is
he's super. Hold on.
I did get a vintage Roddy Piper with his kilt, and he does look amazing. I had the little thumb wrestlers as a kid, and so this is where I had built a wrestling ring out of a shoebox and Lincoln Logs and rubber bands, and so I would put all these guys in there and just and have a good time. And of course, mine didn't look like this as a kid because it was all the paint was all messed up and everything scratched up. But I wanted a good looking piece. And then there's other ones that I had bought, but I'd have to take them off my shelf. But I also did fall into the big rubber guys. They're their line too. And so I had to go on eBay and buy Demolition, which is my favorite tag team. And then I also bought a lot of LJN figures. And back here we have sorry, what's this?
I bumped something.
Oh, okay. I have the Killer Bees, Coco Beware, the Junkyard Dog, and Jake the Snake. So that is nice. That's what I fell into lately. So
that looks great. So sorry about that. I was trying to.
Oh my gosh, no, it's all right. I was like,
your stand and she's on a tilt because it's knocking all my stuff over. No, that's awesome. That is so awesome. I got. Let's see if I can pick these guys up. Well, you guys already saw the Striker that I opened up, but I received my last wave of superpowers, which are the gold label figures. So we have Nightwing, Disco Nightwing.
Nice.
Which is awesome. And Animal Man with his cute little blue jacket. And Dead Man with his disco outfit as well. It's very like 70s vibe in this wave. And of course, the awesome and elusive Cyborg, which is the hardest figure to get in the original line. But of course, that one's back metal, and this one is just, kind of shiny gray. I wish I could have bought these individually because I would have picked up an extra Cyborg and tried to get one of those chroming pens from like Amazon to see if I can chrome them up for, for $10, but they didn't sell them individually. I had to pick up the whole wave all at once. And then I did because of you getting into your big rubber guy theme. I bought this Galoob, Hulkster here, Hogan. And he's smaller scale, which I thought might have been the case, but he's a little smaller scale than the original LJN ones. I think these were like from like the 90s they came out, but you can see next to him, he's just a little shorter and a little smaller, but he's very cool. And what I show you guys the Astral Liono, the actual figure in hand? You guys see this guy? Because I don't know if I actually got to show it to you, but the funny thing is every time somebody's been posting photos of this, he looks really weird in the box because of the dark background, and he's translucent, and so it makes his face look like he's got like stubble or shadow around his eyes and his face, but he actually doesn't. It's completely translucent and clear, and then it's just the way the light hits it. If it's kind of the red from his hair might be reflecting a little, but he looks really cool. He's got like an awesome look to it, and just such a cool translucent figure. So if you are on the fence about getting an Astral Liono, just because you're seeing like the packaged, the box photos, don't freak out. When you take the figure out, he looks really, really, really cool. He does not have, weird dark circles around his eyes or mouth. He looks perfectly fine. It's just a matter of, I guess, the dark blue colors in the box just reflected in there and made him look funny. So I love this version of Liono. They did a really great job on him.
Oh, that's
probably
awesome.
Should have picked a lighter color for the box interior, but that's another story.
Another story. Well, that's awesome.
Another story for another time. So yeah.
Very cool.
Great. All right. So with that, I think that pretty much wraps up our show.
Yes.
Any last parting thoughts before we go?
Let's see. The Snowcat crowdfund will end before our next live stream, so it'll be interesting to see what that nets out. So that'll be exciting. And yeah, can't wait to see the progress of the Snake Lair and all of the other crowdfunds that are going along. So we will check back in next week.
Absolutely. We gotta unlock. I need my wieners, people.
That's
gonna be my parting words. I need those wieners.
Yeah. Come on, Joe team. Wieners for all.
Wieners for everybody. All right, everyone. We will see you live streaming the countdown. I don't know.
Who knows?
That's gonna be hard. You need a cyborg. Good luck getting one. I don't know if they're sold out, Fairness. I have zero interest for any MOTU crossovers. Yeah, I know a lot of people are tired of them.
Yeah.
Extra QB. Thank you guys. Great show. I need that high priest. Well, you gotta back it. If you guys want to get those things unlocked, back the Snake Lair. So
back it.
We can get our Snorse, our Chimichurri, our Chimichanga, whatever you want to call him. But we need him in our lives, our double-headed snake guy.
There you go.
All right, everyone.
All right, y'all. Have a good weekend. Yeah, have a good weekend, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Ah.